Alright guys, here's all the trains that are gotten through it this week. Unfortunately, there wasn't much rail units this week, but thankfully I was still able to get some interesting trains. Starting with this one, which is CMB730. It is an as-needed Potash train going from Yardbar, Saskatchewan to New Brunswick. It was led by CREX 3972, with a really epic K5 feature horn, and for some reason, it still has the City Rail logo on it. Trailing second is 2903, which one of the crew members that was riding in the locomotive give me a wave. For the DPU is 2982, and for the rear DPU is 3271. B730 has 205 Potash cars. Now for an unplanned train that I saw. This is CNX104, an extra one intermodal train going from Rubberbanks, BC to Brampton. For the 16th time on this channel, I saw yet another single locomotive pulling a train by itself. This time it was 3805 with a really epic K5HL horn, and the engineer gave me a wave as well. And not to mention, a quick horn salute too. And 3805 managed to pull 86 rail cars by itself. Now we move from CN to GO Transit. I saw a southbound GO train going from Barrie to Toronto at the Walkway crossing. It was led by MP40 locomotive 619 with a really epic horn, and at the end of the train is cab car 320, and it had 10 passenger cars as usual. Now we move from GO Transit to Via Rail. I was able to see Via 2 on Canada Day, going from Vancouver to Toronto. It was led by 6426 with a really epic horn. And trailing second is 6435, and it has 21 passenger cars. There must be someone at Albert Street because the engineer did a quick horn salute. Speaking of Albert Street, we went there that evening. We went there to see some fireworks, and we were able to see a train along the way. The train I saw is CN Q108, going from Vancouver to Montreal. It was led by 3156. Unfortunately, there wasn't any horn salutes this time, but it has a great sounding K5HL horn in the distance. And trailing second is 3813. And 108 on Canada Day has 182 rail cars. And there was a beautiful sunset when we first arrived here. During this time, the mosquitoes were out, and they were buzzing all over the place. I really apologize for a really shaky shot. It's really hard to film while the mosquitoes are out. During this time, someone set off some fireworks, so you will hear a little bit of banging in the background. Now for some Canada Day fireworks. Too bad 108 didn't come later. Otherwise I wouldn't gotten Fish's perfect shot. The next day we made a quick trip to the workshop. The spot is located at a plaza in Thornhill. This is also by the Leslie Street Bridge. It's around mile 17 on the workshop, not far from George's trains. The train I saw is CN 149, going from Montreal to Brampton. It was led by 5719. Trailing second is 2509, a rare C44-9WL. And trailing third is 8838. This is actually my second time seeing 8838. The first time was at Kennedy Road in Pine Orchard last December when it was trailing second on Z112. 149 yesterday has 198 well cars. And it was going to come to a stop at Doncaster for a crew change. We didn't bother on seeing 149 departing because we didn't have time. So let's move on to this weekend's Railfanning trip. Yesterday, I made another return back to Leitch Road in Zephyr. Mile 46.94 on the Bala subdivision. The crossing hasn't changed, but however I noticed one thing. There is a brand new crossing box near the tracks. So what it looks like, they are gonna put in a brand new crossing box. It's also interesting how they put in Peffola on the lighting instead of Zephyr. Also near the case were some grates. They are either replacing the defect detector or putting in a brand new crossing case. I guess we will have to find out in the future. But for now, let's get into some train action. The Bala sub was extremely busy yesterday. I saw 7 trains during this trip to Zephyr. From 412 to 301 to 105 to 317 to 106 to 313 to 450. The first train I saw is A412, going from Caprio to Trado, but it only runs when it's needed. It was led by 3210 with a great sounding K5HL horn. And trailing second is 2511, another rare C44-9WL. This is actually my 3rd time seeing 2511. The first time was at Princess Street almost 4 months ago when it was leading on Z112. Then the second time was at Bloomington GO Station almost 2 months ago when it was trailing 3rd on M313. .412 yesterday has 95 freight cars and 392 axles.
temperature 22 C total axles 392 speed 32.
The next train I saw was via 1, going from Toronto to Vancouver. It was led by 6445, with a really awesome horn, and the engineer actually gave me a horn salute. And trailing second is 6426, and it has 21 passenger cars and 92 axles.
Detector, Bala, 47, no alarms, temperature 22 C total axles 92 speed 64.
The next train I saw is CN Q105, going from Montreal to Vancouver. And here we go again with 2 duplicate locomotives that I already gotten in this video. Oh great, here we go again. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I already gotten them in this video here. Remember how I saw 108 on Canada Day when it had 31.56 leading and 38.13 trailing second? Well, that's the exact same last shop. 105 has the exact same units. And 105 has 137 rail cars and 408 axles.
Detector, Bala, 4, 7, no alarms, temperature, 2, 3, C, total, axles, 408, speed, 4.
The next train I saw was not CN Q101 for some reason because it didn't show up. Instead, I got in a much better train, CN X317, going from Trotter to Winnipeg. It had an interesting last stop. It was led by 5779 with a not bad K3A turn, and the engineer gave me a rave. Trailing second is 2513, another rare C44-9WL, and I had no idea it was heading my way. And trailing third is CREX 3979. This is actually my second time seeing 2513. The first time was at Newmarket over 2 months ago when it was trailing second on M313, and I barely caught it. .317 has 88 freight cars and 370 axles. And it was going to have a meet with CN Q106 at Brecon and CN M314 at Smale, which will be the trains coming up soon.
Detector, Bala, 4, 7, no alarms, temperature, 2, 4, C, total, axles, 370, speed, 4, 2.
After meeting with 105 and 317 at Brecon, CN Q106 started to make its way south once again. Going from Rubberbanks, BC to Montreal, CN Q106 was led by 3961 with a really powerful K5HL horn. And for the rear DPU is 3260. 106 has 163 well cars and 456 axles.
alarms. Temperature 2-4. C. Total axles 4-5-6. Speed 4-5.
The next train was the best one of the day, because I saw something interesting on it. This is CN M313, going from Winnipeg to Toronto. It was led by 2327, which surprisingly doesn't have a K5HL horn. Instead, it has a bad-sounding K3L horn, and trailing second is 5661. 23 cars down the train was a small generator. And remember how I saw a military train last winter? Well, guess what? It happened again. 313 was also carrying 34 military trucks. The trucks are located 52 cars down the train, and it's basically near the end of a train. 313 has 51 regular freight cars and 38 cars loaded with military trucks, making a total of 89 cars and 368 axles.
Defect Detector, Bala, 4-7. No alarms. Temperature 2-4. C. Total axles 3-6-8. Speed 3-5.
2227 South, clear on home, Zephyr Green, mile 45, no restrictions.
Don't go yet, I still have one more train to show you since it was behind 313. This is CN A450, going from North Bay to Toronto. It was led by 2658 with a really awesome P3 horn, and trailing second is 2599. 450 has 67 freight cars and 280 axles.
Detector, Bala, 4-7, no alarms, temperature, 2-4, C, total, axles, 2-8-0, speed, 3-4.
Well, 450 is going to be the final train of the day for me. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this weekend's Railfanning video. Until my next one, I will see you guys later. Peace out, everyone. Hey! Please remember to subscribe to my channel for more epic Railfanning videos coming soon, if you haven't already. Well, as usual, I really hope you enjoyed this epic Railfanning video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. And that will be it as usual.